You just inherited a condo in Aventura, and everyone keeps telling you how lucky you are. So why does it feel like you inherited a bill? Here's what I'm going to walk you through today. Why the old advice, just rent it out, backfires in 2026. What it really costs to keep an inherited condo now, and a third option most families never hear about. First, a quick intro. I'm Anthony Astolfi, the owner of Home Rescue Team and a licensed Florida real estate agent. I sit down with South Florida families every week who are facing exactly this decision. So let's talk about why this keeps happening, especially here. Aventura is a condo city. Most of it was built in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Your parents' generation bought those units when the fees were a couple $100 a month. And the plan was simple: buy it, enjoy it, leave it to the kids. But Florida changed the rules. After Surfside, older buildings now face mandatory structural inspections around the 30-year mark, sooner near the coast. And boards can't waive reserve funding anymore. So 30 years of deferred maintenance is coming due all at once. That's why the monthly fees keep climbing. That's why special assessments, the letter every condo owner fears, are hitting building after building. Now add the part nobody prepares you for. You're grieving. You might live 1,000 miles away. The estate may still be in probate. And that condo, it doesn't pause for grief. The monthly fees keep billing the estate. The assessment doesn't care that mom passed away. The taxes, the insurance, the upkeep, it all keeps running while the family decides what to do. So the unit sits. And every month it sits, it quietly gets more expensive to keep. Meanwhile, the family group chat can't agree on anything. One sibling says rent it, one says list it, one just wants it handled. If that's where you are right now, take a breath. You are not stuck. There are 3 real ways out of this, and one of them is probably better for your family than the other 2. Renting it, listing it, and a third option. I'll give you the honest pros and cons of each, and then real numbers, dollar for dollar, so you can see which one actually wins. Let's get into it. Let's break down your 3 options. For real this time. Option 1, rent it out. On paper, it sounds perfect. Keep the asset, collect rent, let it appreciate. Here's the Aventura reality. Most buildings have to approve your tenant, applications, fees, board interviews, and that can take 30 days or more. Many buildings have rental caps. Only so many units can be rented at once. Some make new owners wait a year before leasing at all. It's all in the condo documents your family probably hasn't read. And here's the big one. The tenant pays rent, but the tenant does not pay the assessment. You do. Fee increase? You. Special assessment? You. New roof? New concrete? New elevator? You. Living out of state? Add a property manager, landlord insurance, and every repair on a 40-year-old unit. Renting can work. Newer building, low fees, nothing pending, and an owner who actually wants the landlord job. That's just not most inherited condos here. Option 2, list it the traditional way. In a young, healthy building, honestly, that can be your best route. But in an older building, here's what nobody tells you. The building has to qualify, not just the buyer. Lenders now review the building itself, its reserves, its inspections, its open assessments. If the building misses the mark, your buyer's loan dies 2 weeks before closing, through no fault of yours or theirs. That shrinks your buyer pool to mostly cash, while you pay the fees every month it sits. Showings, price cuts, starting over, and if the estate is still in probate, every offer has to survive that timeline too. Which brings me to option 3, the one most families never hear about, a direct cash sale, as is. A buyer like my team looks at the unit and the building situation, the fees, the assessment, the paperwork, and makes a written offer that accounts for all of it. No financing to fall through. No repairs, no clean out, sold as is, furniture and all. Back fees and the assessment get settled at closing out of the proceeds. And we work with the probate timeline, not against it. One honest note, if condo fees go unpaid long enough, the association itself can start a foreclosure. We are not a foreclosure rescue or loan modification company. What we offer is simpler, a clean sale, a clear number, a done deal. So which option actually puts the most money in your family's pocket? That's next, with real numbers. All right, let's do the numbers. A realistic example, rounded numbers, every building is different. So treat this as an illustration, not a quote. Mom's 2-bedroom in Aventura, built in 1982, paid off. In a perfect world, It's worth about $325,000, but the fees just went to $1,100 a month. The board just passed a $38,000 special assessment, and $6,000 in fees piled up during probate. Option 1, rent it. Say you get $2,400 a month. Now subtract $1,100 in fees, over $500 in property taxes because the homestead exemption falls off when you inherit, insurance, management if you're out of state. You're left with under $400 a month before vacancies and repairs. Now remember that $38,000 assessment. At this rate, that's 8 years of rental profit already spent. That's not income. That's a part-time job that pays in stress. Option 2, list it. In this building, financing is shaky, so the realistic sale lands around $299 after a price cut or two and about 7 months on the market. Now subtract commissions and closing costs, the assessment, the back fees, and 7 months of carrying every bill on that unit. Your family nets somewhere around $218,000. If a mostly cash buyer shows up, if the board doesn't pass another assessment while you wait. Option 3, a direct cash sale, a written as-is offer of $265, no commissions, no repairs, no clean out, assessment and back fees settled at closing. Your family nets about $221,000 in about 3 weeks. Look at that side by side, about the same money, 7 months apart. One path has showings, price cuts, and hope. The other has a date on a calendar, split between 3 heirs. That's over $73,000 each now, not next spring. Certainty has a value, speed has a value, done has a value. If you inherited a condo anywhere in South Florida, here's my offer to you, a free, no-pressure walkthrough. We'll run your numbers, all 3 options. And if renting or listing really is your best move, I'll tell you that to your face. Go to homerescueteam.net or call or text 305-699-9763. And if this helped, hit subscribe. We put out real numbers for Florida homeowners every single week. I'm Anthony with Home Rescue Team. Talk soon.